name is Saji Mwasege. I'm a participant in a program of Tony Egmeru Entrepreneurship Program. And I would like to introduce what we are doing here in Mbeya City and southern west of Tanzania. What we are doing is that we are producing briquette. And the briquette, as many of you would have known, is a biomass material that has been converted from a biomass waste. So anything that you see in the field, in the farm, you see the rice husk coming from the rice mills. You see some, bean leaves, leftovers in the farm. You see the charcoal dust. You see anything with a biomass energy can be converted into a domestic energy material through a process of compassion and some kind of structural deformation. But in the end is to provide alternative energy to natural charcoal. That in the end, actually the aim is also to contribute to avoidance of environmental degradation by avoiding cutting down of trees and the wastage of the wastes that are thrown away in the streets and in dustbins or whatever. So we are here with this project, which was founded back in 2012. We started as a very small business entity trying to create up this conceptual briquette product. What we are doing right now is produce charcoal using briquette, using waste materials from charcoal dust that are wasted in charcoal stores. In charcoal vendors' stores, whereby after selling those bags of charcoal, a lot of charcoal dust is left to ruin, sometimes clogging up the street water channels, sometimes dusting up the streets. What we are doing is that we are collecting them from the streets, we are buying them from the charcoal vendors, we are sending some boys to do that job, and we buy them at a price. Then what we do, we convert them into a reusable materials using the machines that we have here. So what I can show you are the ingredients that we are using. This is charcoal dust. As you can see, this is charcoal dust with a closer look. As it is, this has been collected from a charcoal vendor in the street. Actually, it is useless as it is now. It is a waste. What we are doing is that we are going to see how this is converted back into an alternative source of energy, domestic energy that would have otherwise been a waste and something that nobody needs to see. What else we have? We have a sawmill dust. We have a sawmill dust, as you can see. This is a waste from a sawmill industry. When they are cutting down trees and plumbering to produce timber, then this is a waste that comes of those machines. But now we are again using it to convert it back into energy, producing the briquette out of it. But again, we have low energy coal. As you can see, this is a low energy coal. Actually, this is a coal that has no industrial use. It's considered as a waste again in coal mines. We are using it to some extent to make up briquette. So here we are having the bags. These are the bags of charcoal dust. These are the bags, as you can see, they are not much attractive. They have been collected from the streets, charcoal vendors. As a waste, they have been collected there and sold to us to be made into a briquette. What we do is that we crush down the charcoal particles. We crush down these larger particles. As you can see, this is a larger particle. It cannot be compacted. So it has to come down to the level of a powder. So how do we do it? This is a charcoal powder. I will be showing you later how we get this charcoal powder. This is a charcoal powder that has been already crushed. This is one of the main ingredients we are using to make the charcoal briquette that I'll be showing you later. So here is a ready-made raw material that has been converted from the waste that I've been showing you, the waste of charcoal dust. What else we are having here? is waste from rice meal husk. I will show you later. This is a rice meal husk waste. Actually, this one has been carbonized. Right now we are still trying to do some mini research to see how we can use this to create another type of a briquette. But you can see where in my town, Mbeya City town, there are so many sawmill machines, rice mill machines that actually produce a lot of rice husk that is clogging the city streets, is wasted, and actually is left to rot, and it's a big environmental problem. So we are still doing a research to see how we can use rice mill husky to convert it also into a briquette. But right now, it's not much of material that we are using. Right here, we are having what we call a recycled material. We are trying to go and recycle it. These are the leftovers in our production process. So when we are making briquettes, actually there are those leftovers, the crash overs or whatever, that are left around. So we recollect them. Actually we use them later again to recycle and make another briquette. So we are trying as much as possible not to create waste, because our aim in the end is to reduce environmental pollution, to reduce waste. So we cannot be part of that waste. So we are trying as much as possible to recycle the materials we are using as much as possible. Here are some of charcoal particles. Actually, when we were trying to do the research on conversion of our rice husk, trying to carbonize it, part of it we had to use the logs. We had to use the smaller logs in order to process the rice husk. So you could say it was part of it, like we couldn't escape 100% because we are a bit raw. We are not that much developed to have the machines that actually can carbonize that rice husk without depending on the natural ingredients that we need like this. So in the end, after we finished with that project, with that mini project, we had the leftovers of small logs, tree logs, that actually we carbonized them. And actually this we are going to use later again into making a briquette. So briefly, these are the materials we are using, but we'll move a little bit to history to see where we came from and to see what we have been doing. Here is our mixing chamber. This is a mixing chamber. As much dirty as it looks, that's how the environment is. We are a small factory, we are a small industry, we are trying to grow up, so some of the things are messed up and not much attractive. What we are doing here is that the materials are mixed up here. The binders is added, everything that is needed in a briquette is shoved down and mixed, and then brought ready into the factory for manufacturing, for compression and all other processes. But I will give you a brief of a history of where we came from. I will show you one briquette that was made back in 2012 when we were starting this project. This is a rectangular shaped briquette that we were making using the same materials. But why it looks like this, the current product that we have, as you will see later, doesn't look the same like this. This one was made from a special machine that I designed, specifically a handmade machine that I designed to create this kind of a briquette. But I think I should show you the machine. So we are having this machine here. Now it will be going into our archive. It will be going into our archive because we are no longer using it. I don't know if we'll find some use later. But this is a machine that I designed back in 2012 when I was starting this project. I designed, this is a machine, works in a simple principle as a bricklayer machine, a hand-operated bricklayer machine, whereby you are having this portion. This is a portion where we used to put down our raw materials, ready-made raw materials. then the operator will compress it down like this. Then after compressing, he will remove this top cover as it is, then use a hand run, to raise up this plate. Then out of it, we'll get out this kind of a briquette. Then we will do a sun dry of about like 6 days to have a briquette ready for use. But unfortunately, this briquette didn't find a market footing. There's a lot of struggle with the market or whatsoever. And fortunate, I had get a little bit of a fortune to have some money and buy a modern machine that we are using today. So this is a bit of a history where we came from. But again, back in 2012, I was given this area. The plot, as you can see, the building. As you can see, I was given a 20 by 25 meter area to build, actually at a cost. It was given by the Tanzania Agricultural Society organization. As part of it, they understood my project, so they decided to help me with this kind of an area. So I had to go down brick by brick using my meager resources to build up this small factory that you can see today. So this is a building where we are doing our production. It was a huge struggle. I used all the money that I could have. Instead of feeding my family or trying to sustain the family, actually I devoted that money to this project. As you can see, we are having a sawmill dust collected here to be used later. Actually, this one has been de-alcoholized, meaning that we have used part of the process to reduce the alcohol content within it. The aim is that the ethanoic contents, the compounds of ethanols that are mostly found in these kind of sawdust mills, are the ones causing what you see as a smoke that comes out of a wood or anything that was burned. So definitely we have done a process to reduce it, not to 100%, but some big extent. I don't know how much percentage we have done it, but actually it's the one that we are using as one of the ingredients as a fire accelerant. So coming into the factory, I will show you the machines. I will show you everything that we are using to make up our briquette. So this is a ready-made product. This is our briquette, ready to go into the market. Then this is how it looks. So as you can see, this is a pillow-shaped briquette. This is a pillow-shaped briquette, and this is a briquette in action. So this is a fire burning. As you can see, the red hot fire, a very good fire that can be used domestically. This is a stove, domestic stove, whereby a mother in the kitchen or anybody in the kitchen in a hotel or whichever can prepare a meal over here. As you can see, it's a very good briquette, burning red hot. It burns longer than the natural charcoal, 2 times longer. Actually, it goes 3 or up to 4 hours with an active fire. This is a briquette that we are making. Again, I will show you the machines. This is a machine that I bought out of my pocket, what could I say, the money that I was making, struggling with my job and whatever. I dedicated myself to buying this machine, very expensive machine to my standards of income. But because of the discussion and the vision I have with this kind of a project, I decided to buy this machine out of the other old machine that actually I designed myself. So this is an engineered machine, specifically engineered machine that I ordered, and I have it today. So how does it work? So it's a simple process, a bit complicated but simple. That after doing all the mixing of, after mixing all of the materials, what we do, the operator will put the material on this cup. Then what will happen? These two rollers, metallic rollers, with the 5,000 pressure, they will compress to produce something like this. So this will be collected here. But at that point, it is still wet, because you remember that we are using porridge, we are using starch to make the compression, to make the binder. So starch is used as a binder. Then after it is collected here, we bring it down to the furnace, to the drying chamber, where I will show you a bit later. Actually, during the sunny days, during the dry season, we would use sunny to dry it, but that's a long-term process where we use like 6 days to have a briquette like this. So this is a pillow shaped briquette making machine that we are using here. It has a turnover of 900 kgs per hour. So you could imagine if the workforce goes like 6 hours per day, definitely we make like what could I say, 9 times 6, that 5400 kgs, that's 5.4 tons. So that's the turnover of this machine, 900 kgs per hour, almost a ton per hour. So taking into demand, I think the potential is huge that we can fill a larger market. Coming down here, I will show you another type of a machine which I designed myself. Of course, the components were bought, but the concept is this is a kind of a maize miller that has been converted into a charcoal crusher miller. So this is our charcoal crusher. Actually, it mills down all the charcoal dust, all the particles of charcoal that we collect from the street. Actually, it's collected down here. So the charcoal dust and particles will be put at this point. Then this one will be switched on. As you can see, this will be switched on. After being switched on, when the charcoal particles are put to this point, then we collect the charcoal powder at this point. So this charcoal powder, as I've shown you out there, will be ready to be made into a briquette, as you can see. So the process is as simple as it is, as complicated as it is. But as we continue, I will keep on showing you of the things that we do. But in the end, this is a 12 kg briquette. This is a 12 kg briquette that we are using. This is a 12 kg briquette. This is a 12 kg briquette that we are using. We are selling. This is a ready-made product, ready to go into the market. We are selling it at approximately like two USD, $2 United States dollars as a price, which is equivalent to our like 4,000 Tanzanian shillings. So this is a ready to go into the market, ready to be used as a briquette, as you can see down there, into the market. So the issue is, from that, all the processes that I've shown you, this is our final product. We are calling it Mkaa Rafiki, a friendly charcoal. Why we call it friendly? Because we hope that it's going to change the way people use energy, to change the way people perceive energy, to change the way people would participate in saving our forests, so reducing environmental degradation, reducing the carbon emission, reducing what we call carbon, carbon credits and whatever that we are having in international conferences, talking about how we can avoid deforestation. So I know if this product goes into the market, it will contribute a lot to saving a lot of millions of acres of forests that are being cut down, trees are being cut down annually, in order to save a human life, to save a human needs of energy. So as we go out, I will show you again another thing. I will show you how we dry the briquette. It's a rainy season now in this part of our country. Actually, in the whole country, it's a rainy season. So you cannot dry this briquette in sunny. So when it comes wet out of that machine, the compressing machine, you need to dry it. And how do you dry it? During the dry season, the field is clear. We can use the field to dry down the briquette. But right now, we have designed another chamber. This is a dryer. As you can see, it has some burning channels. So the briquette that I was showing you, that larger briquette I was showing you, actually is stuck at this point. Then it is burnt down. When it catches fire, then we take these wet briquettes, smaller wet briquettes, into this chamber. So this is a drying chamber. Which actually is serving the purpose right now when we are in a rainy season. We cannot dry the briquettes in the sun, so I have designed this chamber specifically to dry the briquette during rainy season. But the plan is that even in the future, because instead of drying 60 days in the sun, this will dry the briquette in just 8 hours. So in the future, having funds and whatever, I will still need to make many of these, actually bigger and larger ones, so that they can save, reduces the drying time from 60 days to almost 8 hours a day. So this is the chamber. As you can see, these are the shelves. So what we do is that we put these briquettes in here, the stack of wet briquettes coming out of the compressing machine. They will be all stacked in these shelves. Then these are the burning chambers inside. So we put some of the briquettes, burn them inside here. So here you will have it like a furnace, something burning for hours, with a very, very big temperature, high temperatures that are enough to dry this briquette within like 8 hours. So this one has reduced the drying period from 60 days into 8 hours. As we go out, I will show you another thing. But as you can see, this is the drying furnace that we have designed. I don't have money to buy a larger modern furnace. They are there, but they need a lot of money, a lot of investment. So I designed myself to use the same kind of materials I have to dry the briquette at the lowest cost possible. Let me show you another thing. This is a carbonization chamber that I designed. Tried to make a carbonization chamber. Actually, earlier I showed you the rice husky, a carbonized rice husky. As you can see, I designed this simply to carbonize the rice husky. So we would burn the rice husky over time to convert it from the uncarbonized soot-making rice husky into carbonized rice husky, of which then we hope that probably we also make another type of a briquette out of it. So we are still in a process of research. We are still thinking of how to make it. But this is a simple made carbonizer. Though there are some modern machines that are there to do the job, but because of lack of funds and being a small entrepreneur, it's no capital, nothing to try to push to modernize my factory. I designed this, and that's the rice husk you have seen. It has been already carbonized. As you can see, this is the rice husk that we collected from the field. We were trying to carbonize it, but the process ended up somewhere when we had that, and we are still in a research to see what we can do with this. But I hope with funding and all the technology is coming along, I know what I can do with this. I have some plans, but for now, I would say that this is what we are doing here, and this is what we are trying to achieve. So, with a Tony Elumelu entrepreneurship program, I'm looking forward to being trained into a businessman. Looking forward into getting the technicalities that are needed to make me a successful entrepreneur, to make me a successful employer, to make me a successful contributor to the economy of my countries, and definitely, as Mr. Tony Elumelu, vision is to convert, to change Africa from a continent of poor people and beggars and dependence of the West countries into independent, truly independent countries that can actually depend on themselves economically. They can provide employment to its young people. They can solve their own problems. I want to be part of that continent, part of that Africa that is actually hopeful and is out to change things. So, getting a moment to move into the program further, I hope that I will get to be part of the vision of Mr. Tony Elumelu Foundation, that to be part of the contribution of the change of this huge and blessed continent of Africa. So thank you for watching this video clip. Thank you for listening to me. Part of the things that I would have said, they might be that not much attractive. Part of the things that I have shown you might be not much attractive, but that's the way it is, and I hope that you accept it and enjoy it.